In the depths of a cold, rugged wilderness, covered in muted tones of dry earth and scattered stone, a large brown bear struggled to move through the harsh terrain. Blood trickled from a deep wound in its hind leg, and pain was etched across its face. Its thick, dark brown fur was matted near the injury, and a distinct old scar stretched across its right shoulder. The bear limped through the brittle underbrush, each step slower than the last. Its breathing grew heavier as exhaustion set in, and its body shook slightly in the biting wind. With one final effort, the bear collapsed near a shallow ravine, surrounded by jagged rocks and leafless branches. Blood pooled slowly around its paw, swollen and scraped from the fall. The bear's eyes fluttered, struggling to stay open. Its chest rose and fell in shallow, irregular breaths. Flies hovered near the open wounds as dust and dry leaves swirled around it, carried by the wind. Despite its strength, the bear was now on the brink of collapse. Alone and vulnerable, it lay motionless, battered by the cold and fading fast. Just as the stillness grew overwhelming, the low rumble of engines echoed in the distance. A rescue team arrived. 3 rugged vehicles pushed through the brush and came to a halt. The team disembarked quickly, 5 members clad in cold-weather rescue uniforms, bright orange and blue, marked with visible team patches and utility belts. The team leader, wearing a helmet with radio gear, pointed toward the bear's location. The medic carried a Red Cross bag and immediately prepared supplies. The climber hauled coils of rope and safety anchors, while the animal specialist gripped a tranquilizer rifle and a case of animal care tools. Together they scanned the terrain and moved in. The team approached with caution, navigating the uneven ground as they neared the injured bear. The medic knelt nearby, assessing the visible trauma, while the animal specialist monitored the bear's reaction, preparing the tranquilizer. The climber set up safety lines to stabilize their position in the ravine. The vehicles and gear stayed parked behind them, loaded with supplies. The bear opened one weary eye, too weak to resist, but still aware of their presence. With measured care, the specialist administered a tranquilizer. The bear tensed briefly, then relaxed. The medic immediately began cleaning the wound, applying antiseptic, and examining the swelling. The climber cleared branches and stones to make room for their equipment. The animal specialist placed a support under the bear's head, while the medic wrapped a clean bandage around the injured leg and applied pressure to stop the bleeding. The air was tense but steady. Each member of the team moved with practiced focus, their uniforms and tools consistent and reliable. As treatment continued, the medic used a stethoscope to check the bear's heartbeat. The animal specialist offered water from a portable hydration kit. Slowly, the bear's breathing stabilized, and its eyelids began to flutter more naturally. Vital signs were recorded, and the climber reinforced the area to allow for safe movement. In the distance, a sudden rustle in the bushes drew the team's attention. A red fox appeared, curious and alert. It barked once, then trotted toward a clearer, safer route leading through the forest. The team exchanged glances and decided to follow. The fox, marked by a nicked ear and bright amber eyes, led them to a wider path. The team used this opportunity to prepare for the next step in the rescue, working efficiently. With ropes, a reinforced stretcher, and steady coordination, they lifted the bear and carefully maneuvered it up the ridge. The climber secured each step, the medic monitored the bear's condition, and the animal specialist ensured the sedation remained effective. After a long, tense ascent, the bear was brought to a temporary field shelter. There it rested on a padded surface, wrapped in thermal blankets. Its eyes began to open more fully, and it moved its head slightly, licking its injured paw. Later, the team gently loaded the bear onto a sled, securing it for transport with soft restraints. The vehicle moved slowly along the bumpy forest trail, carrying the recovering bear toward a mobile field station. There, the medic continued monitoring its condition while the animal specialist applied the final round of treatment. the red fox reappeared briefly, sitting silently outside the enclosure as the